because usually their cards suck. This was entertaining. Shout out to Luke Rockhold. You know Dylan Danis is going to take you to the ground. I think it was a bad call. Let me know what you think in the comment section. But you know what absolutely sucks about this is I'm definitely going to get a copyright claim. Guys, what is going on, man? Let's talk about last night's fight, because that was a very interesting card. I think, if I'm not wrong, it might have been one of the best cards that Misfits has put together. First off, Joey Essex came out of nowhere. I didn't know that Joey Essex was, about to start boxing. But we've got the Joey Essexes, we've got Darren Till, Luke Rockhold, favorite El Kukuyi, Salt Papi obviously deserves his credit. Let's go over a couple of them. I watched the main card primarily. I don't know if Joey Essex ever did any sparring while he was training. He does look physically fit. Numero looks physically fit as well. Shout out to Susie Wong. Susie Wong? Yeah, Sue Wong, who prepared Numero's boxing shorts. I think those look great. You will see throughout that the only thing that lets both of these guys down is strength and conditioning, so their cardio lets them down. But other than that, it was good. It was good. Everybody threw a couple of punches and everyone was swinging. In the first round, I thought Numero had Joey Essex's number. I thought Numero did a good job on Joey Essex, but yeah, I guess Joey Essex came through. Yeah, that's pure adrenaline, by the way. That is 100% pure adrenaline. Absolute slugfest. Round 4 of 4. These guys were going at it. Both of them were tired. Both of them, the cardio was out. Both of them legs shaky. Both of them swinging these random haymakers. But yeah, ultimately Joey Essex won this fight. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not gonna sit here and pretend like this wasn't entertaining. This was very entertaining. A lot of heart from Joey Essex and Numero. A lot of heart from both of them, so I definitely enjoyed this one. Obviously Joey Essex won this one here, but you can watch the highlights on YouTube. Yeah, it was a good fight. It was a good fight. Do people remember Dylan Danis? Because I certainly remember Dylan Danis. I remember him from his Bellator stint that he had. I remember him before Bellator. Basically, Conor McGregor, Dylan Danis, and Artem. That was like the crew back in the day. And a lot of Dylan Danis was way further ahead in jiu-jitsu than Conor McGregor was. So I believe Dylan Danis used to train with Conor McGregor on jiu-jitsu. But yeah, Dylan Danis, he had a couple of boxing fights, and then you guys know Logan Paul's girl used to be for the streets. And apparently there's some footage out there of her being for the streets. And Dylan Danis has some of that footage, and he was like, telling Logan he'd put some of that footage out. But yeah, a lot of shenanigans from Dylan Danis. It's good to see his name back again. I was super happy when I saw him again, because this is what the MMA world is missing, really. A couple of crazy people like Dylan Danis. So yeah, Dylan Danis v Spencer. That's it. That's literally it. If I get a copyright strike for that, that's literally it, man. That's literally it. That was literally it. Take him to the ground, put him in a choke. That was it. El Kukuyi, Salt Papi. Now, Salt Papi has come a long way. The way I found out about Salt Papi was on social media, TikTok, I think he was. He was doing that dance. No, he wasn't doing the dance, sorry. He was doing the running on the spot. That running thing on the spot that I still can't do until today. But yeah, that's where I know Salt Papi from. And then I think he put his time into boxing, and he looks good. He looks good. Salt Papi's doing his thing. Shouts out the Philippines. Shouts out Cebu in particular. I'm not Pinoy, I'm not Filipino, but lovely people. I've been there a whole bunch of times. I'm happy to see Salt Papi getting his shine. Now, on the other side is El Kukuyi. If you watch MMA, the UFC in particular, El Kukuyi is no joke. People keep repeating the 8 losses in a row. But the truth is, Khabib ducked him. That's the truth. The truth is Khabib ducked him. So I would have liked to see him versus Khabib, but that never happened. El Kukuyi, this fight here, I kind of felt a certain type of way, because even when you watch the end of the fight, Salt Papi was defending himself, but it wasn't good enough for the ref. So the ref felt like he wasn't defending himself good enough, but I kind of disagree. I wish they would have given Salt Papi a little bit more time, maybe to try to get away from the ropes, maybe to counter, because he is quick with his hands. He does counter quite quick. You'll see that the first round, Salt Papi was more or less in control. But then if you've watched Tony Ferguson fight in MMA, he kind of goes the long way. He kind of goes the distance. He kind of plays on cardio. Soul Papi was definitely tired at the end stages, and Tony Ferguson took advantage of that. So Tony Ferguson landing some really good jabs, really good jab cross. Same thing with Soul Papi. Soul Papi, I was so impressed by the way he was countering. Oh my God, the boy became fast. The boy became fast. But this was an amazing fight. Again, credit to the Zone for putting this up. Credit to Misfits for putting this up. But yeah, I'm happy to see Tony Ferguson got the win. I wish they would have given Soul Papi a little bit more time. I wish they would have given him a little bit more time because he was handling business. Yeah, so this is the bit. So at around this stage here, Soul Papi is just eating a whole bunch of punches. But ref calls it. Ref calls it because ref believes that he's not defending himself correctly. But hands up. His hands are up. I think it was a bad call. Yes, he did eat a couple of shots, but he was defending himself. I think that's a bad call. I think the ref was poor. I think the ref was poor. Also, you will see when we talk about the Rockhold fight because yeah, I think the referee was poor for this one. But yeah, you know, credit to Soul Papi. He did his thing. Credit to Soul Papi, man. He cannot be ashamed of his performance, and he cannot be ashamed of going this far. I would like to see a rematch between Tony Ferguson and Soul Papi, and I'd like to see a real referee. I don't want to see this dumbass referee with this dumbass mustache looking like the fucking Monopoly man, looking like fucking the Colonel from KFC. I don't want to see this referee ever again in my life. I think a different referee would have handled the fight a little bit different. Perhaps let Soul Papi give him the chance to sort of move left and right, give him the chance to block, give him the chance to counter. That was too quick. That was too quick and that was too soon in my opinion. I'm happy to hear what everybody else thinks. But yeah, shout out to Tony Ferguson. You can see that this meant a lot to him. He's still a fighter. He's still El Kukui. And yeah, that was a good fight. That was a good one. Luke Rockhold, back in the day, kind of was the pretty boy of MMA. He had a couple of modeling gigs. I think he dated Demi Lovato as well. So a lot of people were making fun of him for being a pretty boy and not being able to fight. But if you watch Luke Rockhold's Strikeforce career, quite impressive. Earlier on UFC, quite impressive. And yeah, I think all in all, Luke Rockhold is a solid name. But Darren Till, to me anyway, is a much bigger fighter in terms of physicality, in terms of strength. I think Darren Till is an absolute beast. The shorter reach, yes, perhaps. Smaller in height, yes, perhaps. But when you see them together in the ring, Darren Till looks way bigger. He looks way bigger. And yeah, I think Darren Till has more power than Luke Rockhold. Age, Luke Rockhold is 40, claims he's still young. Darren Till is 32, the gorilla, obviously. During the fight, everybody looks comfortable, everybody looks loose. But for some reason, I noticed that Luke Rockhold wasn't really going for it. He wasn't really throwing any jabs, crosses. He was more so, I don't know how to put it, but he wasn't the aggressor. Darren Till was the aggressor. And just watch this knockout here. Jab, cross, jab, cross. That was the technique for the whole evening. And it was good. It was good. Darren Till using his jab appropriately. It was good. It was good. I think after this first knockout, my theory that Darren Till was way stronger than Luke Rockhold was more convincing to me. Because going in, Darren Till is way bigger, way stronger. I don't really think the age is a major factor. You could argue that Luke Rockhold is 40 and maybe that's why. But Darren Till is physically, even like in his MMA days, he is physically stronger than Luke Rockhold. So when I saw this first knockout, I was like, done, man, done. That's either going to be the whole night or we're going to stop it at some point. Luke Rockhold didn't look good. He didn't look good getting up from that KO, but saved by the bell, I believe it was. Saved by the bell. Yeah, absolutely saved by the bell. Everything looks good in slow motion, apparently. That's the part That's the part that I didn't. This is why I'm saying that these refs, they were a little bit all over the place. I'm pretty sure his glove touched the ground. If your glove touches the ground, we're supposed to get a count. If Luke Rockhold, I could be wrong, but if his glove touched the ground, we're supposed to get a count. This was pretty much the story of the night. I'll give Luke Rockhold his credit at 40, looking really, really good at 40. But yeah, Darren Till is just way stronger. He is just way stronger, way stronger. Shouts out to my boy Luke Rockhold, 40 years old, still getting in the ring, still trying to do his thing. But man, there's no coming back from this, man. There is no coming back from this. At the age of 40, I don't think you should still be boxing. I don't think you should still be doing MMA. I don't think you should still be getting concussed. I don't think you should still be getting blacked out. I don't think you should still be getting slept. At the age of 40, I hope Luke Rockhold does something else other than this. He had a very interesting career where at one point he was the pretty boy. I don't know why he didn't get into commentary. I don't know why he didn't get into, like, you know, that kind of stuff. But hey, man, once a fighter, always a fighter is what I hear. So Darren Till did his thing, man. So to give it some context, after the fight was done, Darren Till went over to Carl Froch, who's like 100 years old, and told him you're chatting shit with your 10,000 YouTube followers, which is more than I have. But it's funny because you can see the fear in Carl Froch's eyes. Also, Carl Froch leaves the arena as soon as that happens. So that was funny to see. But yeah, guys, that was the Misfits card. Yeah, let me know what you think about it. Let me know if this is possibly the best Misfits card to ever happen. Let me know what you think about the Tony Ferguson and Saul Poppy. If it was an earlier stoppage, if it was an early stoppage, let me know. Also, Darren Till, Luke Rockhold. Luke Rockhold, man, it's way too old to be in there with a 32-year-old. I think so. Darren Till is way more powerful. Let me know about it. Dylan Danis, we knew he was going to take it to the ground and submit him. That was an easy going. Joey Essex, you guys impressed with him? Do you guys want to see him fight again? Let me know what you think.